Then we pump those profits back into the profit cycle to generate even more profits. And I know what you're going to say. Profits? Yes, Stan. You're soaking in them.
Merry Christmas! I wanted this video a couple days ago, but we got kind of busy with the holidays and all that. I hope Salad brought all of you big load container jobs that last forever, and everyone is making lots of money. So my name's ExtrmWill, this is my tech channel, and we're going to talk about Salad and how much I'm making on my 30 rigs. So we got a lot to cover in here. I've been gone for a couple days, but it's been cooking pretty good the whole time here. Does look like for some reason about 4 hours ago one of my 4090 stopped here, which is why this has the big drop off here, because that was on was like a $6.20 job that fell off. So I don't know what exactly was up with that. We'll get to that when we get into the machines. But it has been absolutely cooking for the last 24 hours. It says I made $44.64 for all 30 machines. If we look at the last 7 days, let's see. Yesterday would have been $44.69. The day before that was $48.71. The day before that was $45. The day before that was $38. I think this is when they had the new update. Because normally you get a kind of big drop off when you have the update. So it doesn't look like it didn't actually drop off that much when I did the update. The day before that was $44.78. The day before that was $51.13. If we can look right here, see it's definitely been doing the best these last couple of days here. It's been running real good and solid. So the last two updates definitely seem like they've really started to get Salad back on track and going in the right direction. So definitely very happy about that. Let's see here. Yeah, looks like it's definitely going the right direction. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Yeah. This came out too. I'll put this link down below. I don't know how to actually get to this page without Google searching it. I can't find the link on the Salad page that you click on to get here. So I'll just put the link down below and you guys can try to find it. This shows what PCs are the most on demand right now. And then this breaks down the average earning rates on them, which I have a sheet for this off to the side too. I don't know if I can, maybe I can share my Google document too for, I mean, it's not really that big a deal, but if it says it's making 0.11 cents, do I have 0.11 cents on here? I do not. Well, kind of close. So this should be $2.62 a day. I have one that's close enough to that. Do I have one at $1.38? I do not. Or one at 13.8 cents. I do not have one at 13.8 cents yet. Because I did not see a job doing that. Maybe I could add a bunch of these in. Yeah, I'll go through and I'll add a bunch. Whatever these prices it has in here I don't have on. I'll add the Google document thing to the bottom too. Not that it really matters. All I'm doing on my Google document is I'm multiplying these by 24, and I'm just making a list of it because I'm not used to multiplying by 24 to get how much you're making for the day. But I still have my head is completely wrapped around all the Salad stuff with how much is it making per day, not how much is it making per hour. So it's going to take a little bit of adjusting to get used to that. It's not a problem. It's probably just going to take a little bit of looking at it and thinking about it. So down below, I will put the link for this for which cards I want. So this 3090 being the most in-demand card, I see that. 4090 being the second most in-demand card, I see that. The 2080 Ti, I got to imagine that's probably just because there's probably not a whole lot of these on there. If you have a 2080 Ti, though, they're definitely asking for it right now. 4080, I see that. 3080 Ti being in high demand. I gotta imagine that's one of those two where there's just not a whole lot of them on here, so it's in high demand. 3070 Ti is the next one. That doesn't make any sense to me. 3070 Ti, like I have two of them on here. They rarely seem to get work, but it does seem like there is a 3070 Ti job in there because the one did run like was making over $2 there for like 2 weeks, and then I think I just updated it We'll get to that one when we get to it. We go through all the machines. 4070 Ti Supers. I don't have any of these. 4060 Ti's getting down there in the list. For a while, these were really, really good cards for Salad. Right now, they haven't seemed to have been doing all that good. I don't have any 20 series cards. I don't have any 20 series cards, period. Much less on Salad. I never got into the 20 series cards. Let's see here. The 4070, this one never runs for me at all. This should just be in low. Every once in a great while, it gets a job. 4070 Ti's, these tend to get jobs for me more often than 4070s. But this makes sense too. My 3080s, I don't think have really worked in a while. My 3060s, I think, are working quite a bit more than this, though. I'd put them higher up the list than this. 3060 Ti's, probably not working a whole lot. 3070s, probably not working a whole lot. This is weird. The 3070s are low, which I get, because I don't think that many of mine are running. We'll get to them when we start looking at the individual machines, but 3090 Ti to me seems crazy too, because this is one that bounces back and forth. It's either on the top of the list or now it's on the bottom of the list, but sometimes this one's up on the top because there aren't a whole lot of these out there on the system and all that. So this one can be in high demand sometimes. 3070 is very rarely in demand just because there are so many 3070s out there. So, but this is kind of cool to know. This is something I guess everyone's wanted for so long. I mean, we had like a very generic kind of list it looked very unofficial, but this is very official from Salad. So we'll put this link down below. Let's see, as I said, I'm running 30 machines. So we're going to go through all of these. It's going to be in order of GPU. So it's 4090s, 3090s, my 40 series going down, and then the rest of my 30 series going up. So I can only have 20 open at a time with the Chrome Remote Desktop. Salad technically doesn't like you using any kind of virtualization like this, so we'll see how it goes. So if we get into the first one, this is a 20-core Xeon processor, 120 gigabytes of memory, RTX 4090. This one is still on version 1.7.5. I'm not going to update it until it's not working because I want it to be making as much as I can. I believe this is doing $6.21 right now, which would break down, if we would look at it, it would be 25.9 cents per hour. All three of them were running the same job for a while. I don't know why the one machine crashed out. We'll get to that in a second when that one crashed out. But yeah, I'm not going to update this until it's not working, and because it's currently working. It is on the other one though, so we can take a look and see here when we bring this up. It says Salad is actively running a job on your hardware right now. So I still have some of this Windows PowerShell stuff up. I'm probably going to get in the habit of closing the Windows PowerShell down on everything that is currently up to date. I just haven't got around to it yet. I don't think it's not really doing anything. It's not actively draining anything. You have to tell it to run the program for it to run the program. So it's just not in a real big hurry for it. So if we get to the next one, this is my second 4090. It's on another Intel Xeon 20-core chip on an X99 motherboard with 128 gigabytes of memory, RTX 4090. It's doing it's doing how would I say this? 25.9 cents? That makes sense. 25.9 cents per hour, which is $6.21 per day. All three of them were running this job, so we'll see if the next one is here or not. And we'll click on the next one. See, this one's only been running for 4 hours. Because it's shut off. So this is on a new job. This is doing 1.5.49. Do I have 1.549 on the list? I do not have 0.1549 on the list yet. So let's add it. 0.1549. And then let's bring the calculator up. And let's bring the calculator over here so we can see it. So 0.1549 times 24. It's hard math here. So this one right now is making $3. I'm gonna call it $3.72. I wasn't rounding most of these up. I was just doing. I was calling half of these. Would have been calling that like $3.71. I don't know. I'm gonna call it $3.72 on the thing right now. Half of my numbers though I didn't round it up. Most of them I just dropped that off completely. But inconsistency in my reporting, I guess. So definitely doing. It's doing all right, I guess. I'd rather be doing the $6.21 on it, but I am not going to argue with $3.72. It's not too bad. As you can see, it's only using 7% of the GPU. It's using 10 gigabytes of RAM and 1% of the CPU. So, like, my electric usage on this is not going to be. This isn't breaking the bank or anything like that. Definitely, I'll take jobs like this all day long. So. That is pretty good. But yeah, this one, I don't know why it reset. It could have possibly been the Windows update because I didn't reset every machine when I went through and told it to stop doing Windows updates. So I might have a couple still that might go off and be a jerk and reset on me because I haven't necessarily reset all of them yet to have that take effect yet to stop doing the Windows updates. But I think I only had maybe I had like 2 or 3. One of them crashes out all the time. I need to actually check out that actual machine, but that's the 4090s, so we'll cover through all those. If we get into the next machine, it's AMD Ryzen Threadripper 1950X, 16 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one's currently calculating. Boo. I guess not everything is running. So we'll go to the next one. This is one of the BC/PC.com combo kits. So this is the Intel Xeon 12 core, 64 gigabytes, and then I put an RTX 3090 on here. So this is doing 10.95 cents, which should be $2.62. I don't even know why I'm looking at that. Obviously, the 3090s should all be doing $2.62. I think I do have one that's making a little more though, maybe. So let's see. Well, that 3090 wasn't running at all. So let's get in here. Oh, this 3090 is not running at all. This is same thing. 12 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one is calculating. And we'll get to the next one. Let's see, we're going to have to check this one manually, I think, here. It looks like it's actively running in a job, so we are going to settings. And this is 863 by machine. .863. It is doing 0.226. I don't have this listed in here either. Was that 0.226? And let's pull the calculator up and see what that is. 0.226. That's probably pretty nice. Times 24 is. This one's doing $5.42. So that is crushing it. Let's see, was that this one? No, it was this one. So that's rare too. So this is one of the ones with 64 gigabytes. It doesn't even have the 96. So this one's doing a really, really, really nice job. That will make up for 2 of my 3090s not running. So where's the rubber match on the 3090? All right, and this one is running. So 3 of my 5 3090s right now are running. And this one says it's doing 10.59 cents, which is $2.62 a day. So that is nice. That one not running. Yeah. You can see, though, already, like, there is definitely some wiggle room in here, which is why we're down at, 43 cents right now for 15-minute blocks, where you can see, whereas earlier, I'm in, 55, 57 cents, just below 60 cents, because we already got a couple kind of big machines that aren't really running. So if we continue to work our way down, this is another Xeon 12 core, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4070 Ti. This one's calculating. I expect the 4070 Ti's, I guess, to have work. I don't really expect the 4070 to have work. So if we get to the next 4070 Ti, and same thing, 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4070 Ti. Yeah, this one's just calculating. Ooh. The RTX 4070, it said it was in higher demand than the 4070 Ti's. This is 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4070. This one's just calculating. 4060 Ti's, these were my favorite cards for quite a while. Out of the cards I bought since sale had started, I bought 4 3090s. I bought these 3 4060 Ti's, and I bought 1 3060 since I started Salad. So, I mean, the 4 3090s, I bought them all in the same thing. I bought a rig from somebody, somebody's old mining rig off Facebook Marketplace. So I could use 3090 specifically for Salad. And then I bought the 3 4060 Ti's, all brand new. So this one's 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti. It's doing 5.44 cents, which is $1.30, I believe. Yes, that is $1.30. So that's a low priority job. Let's go to the next one here. Why is it not up? Did it change? I don't think I have this one in here either. Probably not. 0.0058. So I want to say this is probably going to be like 13 cents or something. Where is the calculator button? Calculator button. Let's go 0.0058 times 24 is, we'll call that 14 cents. 0.14. Now, we're going to double check really quickly because that does seem to be a weird number. We're going to check to make sure I don't have mining enabled and it's not actively mining. I think it would say something different in here if it is mining. Oh, no. It's not. That's not a real thing. It's looking for a compatible job. So it was running a job, so that's what the 15-minute average is down. So it was doing $1.30. All right, I can black that out. That's not real. That's why it's not right. It was doing $1.30, but it looks like it's stopped running that job. So at $1.30, it was doing 5.54 cents every 15 minutes. It was doing 0.0545 every hour to make $1.30 per day. But it finished that job, so now that's why it's giving me the weird numbers, because it's not in job. Salad is looking. So it's going to take some getting used to this new stuff a little bit here. Salad is actively running a job on your computer at 10.95, which I believe is $2.62 a day. So this is the medium tier job, or medium priority job. So that's pretty nice. So that gets through all the 40 series cards. Let's open all of these. So I'm going to open the 3060s. I believe I have 5 3060s, 3 3060 Ti's, and 5 3070s. two 3070 Ti's. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Two 3070 Ti's, and this. Alright, I'm going to nice too. It's not even going to mess up my order. And two 3080s. I'm running everything in Windows 10 as well, so if you're running on like Windows 11, it's all going to look different. So, this is 12 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060. It's doing it's doing 8.15 cents per hour, which is $1.95 a day. So that is really nice for the RTX 3060. That is nice. So they're paying for the full amount of memory because it's running the 40 gigabytes of memory right now. So probably paying for extra cores then too. So that is nice. Alright, let's go to the next one. Next RTX 3060. Let's bring it up. So this is currently doing 0.44 cents per hour. So this is running a 10-cent job right now. Boo. It's just like transcription. But it does boost your... what do they call it? It boosts your reliability scores behind the numbers. So it puts you higher in line to get more jobs. So this is my newly rebuilt machine. Yeah, this is machine 30. This was my oldest machine I was running with DDR3 that now has the brand new Ryzen 7 5700X 8 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060. This one says it's doing 8.15 cents per hour, which is... Oh, this one's doing $1.95 too. That is nice. Nice. Those are some really nice 3060 jobs then. Because most of these should just be doing like 5.5 cents per hour and be at like $1.30. So this 8 cents per hour, this is nice. Because that's almost $2 a day. Almost. Alright, let's get to the next one here. Yeah, all this stuff in the background, this hasn't been updated since 12/21. So this, I can probably shut some of that down. It doesn't even matter. Not even updating it or using it. Alright, say I was looking for a job. So this 3060 is not running. Alright, so now we can get into the 3060 Ti's. This is an i7, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti. This one is doing 5.5 cents, so this will be $1.30 per day. We get to the next one, i5, 32 gigabytes, or i5 6 core, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti. This one is doing 5.5 cents, so that'll be the $1.30. This next one, this is still on version 1.7.5 because it's been running this job for a while, so I'm not gonna stop it from running this job because I don't need to have it being idle. There's no reason for that at all. So AMD Ryzen 5 3600 6 core 64 gigabytes RTX 3060 Ti. Even though this is in there as like a lower priority card right now, this one is still doing $1.30 for the day, which is 5.5 cents per hour. So that is nice. This next one here is doing, let's bring it up. This is a 12 core, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3070. So these next 5 are actually the lowest priority that I think that they have in there. These are in the very low priority, but I still have a bunch of them running. So this one is doing 5.5 cents, so that's $1.30. This next one, I'll keep them all up here so we can keep track of how many of them are running. Intel i7 8 core 64 gigabytes RTX 3070. Should have brought this up already. This one is currently looking for a job, so we have one running and one not running. This next one is AMD Ryzen 7, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070. This is doing 5.5 cents, so that's doing $1.30 per day. This next one, i5, 32 gigabytes. Let's close that out and bring that up. i5, 6 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3070. So 2 of my 3070s are running right now, and 2 of my 3070s are not. So this will be the rubber match. Are my 3070s overall running? This is the lowest priority it has. Oh, so only 2 of the 5 it looks like are running right now. So this is i3, 4 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070. And it is currently calculating and looking for work. If we get to the next one here. This one was running really consistently for several days. It was doing over $2 a day. And then when I updated it, for some reason my WSL file got stuck. And it disappeared. So I don't think it had updated correctly on this chopping bar power. It only said I was 4 or 5, and it didn't have the WSL enabled. If we look at here, it did not have set up your container environment. So I had to go through and manually tell it to do that and then reset the machine. So this one I think was set up to not actually be able to work for probably like the last 2 days. I don't think I'd get a chance to actually check anything yesterday. I was just too busy, too much stuff, the family and then work and all that. So, but it looks like it's up and working now. It's just not currently in a job, but it is important sometimes to check stuff. That's why I do like having this WSL file here on the bottom, so I can take a look and see, because it didn't have anything in here. This folder was completely empty, so I could tell it wasn't working correctly. So. Covered how to fix that. Let's go to the next one. This is supposed to be 3070 Ti. It's supposed to be kind of high in demand right now, and this one is working. So it's AMD Ryzen 5 3600, 6 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070 Ti. It's doing 5.5 cents, so that's $1.30. Let's get to the next one. I don't think either of these last two. I don't think either of my 3080s are working right now, but we will see. Intel 12 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3080. This one is currently calculating. And this last one here, i3, 4 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3080. Yeah, this one is also calculating. So this graph is pretty sad and pathetic. I don't even have it labeled. And I'm not even gonna label it. It's so just sad. Yeah, this first column is how much it's making per hour, and the second column is how much that winds up being per day. And then I will have it all A to Z. So it's all mathematically in order. I'm going to go through from this one. I'm going to add any of these that look relevant that I don't think I might have yet. I will add them. I'll add the link for this and the link for this down below. I can come back here and look and see where it's at. So I made 40 cents in the last 15 minutes. So that works out to being about $40 a day. You multiply, these are 15-minute blocks here. So you multiply the 15-minute block by 4, and then you multiply it by 24, which is like 96. So you can just kind of rough eyeball it at that. So it's easy stuff to kind of discuss. If I did $44.67, if I'm at like $30 or below, I normally use about $10 of electricity. So this is probably 11. I don't think it gets up to 12. When I looked at my last electric bill, my last electric bill wasn't that much at all. So I don't even think it got up to $12. I think it might have just got up to this might be like $11. I guess I didn't have that many $44 days in the last month. That would be the next billing cycle. So if we look at the last 30 days, how much do I have over? Yeah, I got like nothing over. Yeah, these are pretty much all $10 days. That one might be more. That one might be more. And then here, we're probably even already on the new billing cycle. So, well, no, this has to be this billing cycle that I just got. So, like, this is basically my last billing cycle, though. So it was, yeah, I don't even know if I actually spent the full 300 on it. So, yeah, that's kind of like the earnings. So let's see, we're there. Where do we at so far? We're at 30 minutes right on the dot. That is pretty nice. So let's look at my last YouTube video. We're not going to look at the this other account. Okay, we can come in here by video. I'm not going to look at the how-to video that I did just like for no reason. I don't know what happened either. The video I did 4 days ago, for some reason, has 1,000 views. Whereas normally, these do like, 200, 400, 500, like 700. It's a pretty good video. This one's like 300 views over what they normally do. It's crazy. Oh, you're not supposed to have volume on. All right. 17 comments. Nick K, very nice. User RXP. Wish I could say my earnings are great. And yet again, it's 12 rigs. It's 4060s and 4070s. So I think the 4070s on here actually went up higher. They're up to... That's not 4070. That's 4070. I mean, it's still in the middle of the list. Maybe it's more down towards the bottom. I don't even think they have the 4060 even listed on here, which shows you how low in demand it actually is because it's not even listed. Yeah, if it's not listed on here, it's definitely not in demand. Then it's in lower than low priority. So, yeah, if you're running 4060s and 4070s, that is definitely a little bit of a problem. Let's see. Blasting Mirror 0. After going to the new update, only 5 is 2 rigs are running. 3090, 64 gigabytes. Yeah, I don't even remember what my 3090s are. I think 3 of my 9 3090s are running right now. I'd replied to his and told him at the time. All 5 of them, when I replied to him 13 hours ago, all 5 of mine running. I think right now 3 of my 5 are running. Yeah, I think 3 of my 5 are running, and one's on a really nice job. The other ones are on like the $2.62 jobs. Rico want to talk about Chia, which I mentioned it sometimes, but yeah, I quit throwing Chia a long time ago. I don't have any faith in it, which is kind of what my thing came down to. I don't think Chia's ever gonna pump. I don't think it ever did. If you had Chia right at the very beginning, you made a lot of money, and it never did anything. I think the single biggest pool is gone. Most of the development team is gone. They're selling off all of their holdings in it. I think the project's unfortunately pretty much over. There's probably still a little bit of money that can be made in it, but not very much. I don't have any faith in it or the way it's gone. Brian Anderson, 305. Your mileage may vary. I've got 3 of the top demand setups, barely renting. It's 30, and another guy at 3090s, 64 gigabytes. Yeah, I mean the 3090s I think they do seem to be the highest used cards, but jobs still end and start, so sometimes they wind up not being rented, but the 3090s have been doing the best for a while now. For probably like the last 2 months, I think they've been rented the most consistently. And then that Dr. H. Says he tried to use salad. He wasn't making anything on it. I think part of it, I think he needed to try it a little bit longer. Because, yeah, you have to have 50 hours in chopping in order to reach Star Chef. And then be able to get there. So, yeah, I can definitely say though it is definitely cooking pretty good for me right now though. So I think having a wide variety of cards really kind of seems to help too, because on this list, like, things do change. Like, sometimes some of these cards do amazing, and some of these times these cards don't. They update this semi-regularly. So, because, like, I know when Brandon posted the video about this, the 4090s were in, like, the 4th spot on this, and none of my 4090s have been running jobs at all, which is why my earnings for the longer period of time, if we go back to, like, the 30 days, like, here my 4090s were running. Here my 4090s were running. Here my 4090s were running. Here my 4090s were not running. Probably not running. Definitely not running. So, they definitely went through a little bit where I think they were kind of oversaturated with it, and now that seems like they're doing a good job getting back. Let's see what I want to get on here. Let's get back on. We'll send on this screen, I guess. So, yeah, I'll have the 2 comments down below. I will try to go through these and type some of these over. Not that, I mean, the math is, it's not that hard to do, but until I get used to the math and being like, okay, so I have to look at this and figure out what it is. 5.5 cents is $1.30. That's one I'm going to see a lot. 10.9 cents is $2.62. I'm going to see that one a lot. And 0.4 cents is 1 cent. I'll see that one a lot. So those 3 I should learn pretty quickly, and then anything over 10 cents is a really nice job, and that's the one you got to be really happy about. Anything making more than like 10 cents. So yeah, it'll take a little bit of getting used to the new stuff, but I don't think it's too bad. So I think that's going to do it for this video. So if you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, come on back. If you got any questions or comments, you can leave them down below. I'm pretty good about getting back to them. I think I even did a pretty good job the last couple of days with the holiday and all that. Yeah, we want to get slammed at work. I was expecting we were going to get a little busy. I was not expecting us to get slammed as heavily as we did. And then, yeah, and then just, a lot of family stuff. But I think I still did a pretty good job getting back to comments pretty quickly. So if you got any, leave them down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.